Morning, besties. It's time for our next day of Advent. So let's grab our baggie. We are on to day 17, and it's got these cute little red trucks with the green trees. I don't know where that started, but it has become such a Christmas thing. And this is called Cheeses for Mises. No idea. Let's find out. Okay, first, let's have a look at our fiber. Ooh, it's pretty. So, cheeses for Mises. Let's read about it. It's 62.5% blood-faced Leicester. Very specific, 62.5. 25% milk fiber and 12.5% Erie silk. If you know, you know. Apparently, I don't know. The Muppet version of A Christmas Carol contains a number of characters that weren't in the original novella. One group of these is the family of mice who feature at the beginning of the film, hungry and with no food. Specifically, there is no cheeses for the Mises. Mice aren't known for being grammatically correct. Luckily, at the end of the film, they are presented with a rather large piece of cheese, putting an end to their hunger and relieving generations of watchers. This blend has been designed to be understated, but a bit special. We also love theming blends and their input fibers, so we had a great time with this one. We've used Blue-Faced Leicester as a base, as its natural ecru shade is quite creamy, and Leicester is also a type of cheese. I did not know that. It also has a lovely soft handle. I love BFL. You can't make cheese without milk, so milk protein fiber has to feature. This fiber has silk-like properties and adds a slightly brighter white glimmer to this blend. Finally, we're jumping down the stereotypical cheese route and making it yellow. We didn't want to go all out fluorescent, so we've added naturally yellow Erie silk for a gentle color shift and to make this soft blend even more silky. All right, so that's cheeses for Mises. Now here's the thing. I have been such a good girl, and I have just spun them as they are, but I am going a little bit insane, and I need to dye this. I have to. It is gorgeous. The colors, the stripiness, it's so pretty. But I need to dye it. I have to. I'm going insane with not being able to change any of these fibers to suit me. I've been putting, colors with colors to try to avoid that. But you know what? I'm trying to do one day at a time. And I am going to dye this. Scream at me all you want. It's not going to change the fact that I am going to go to the kitchen and we're going to add some color. To the kitchen. Got the kettle going, got the fiber soaking. I did put some soap in here just a little bit to help that hydrophobic silk soak up some water. I need my dye towel. Now, what I have in my stash here is a whole bunch of these country classic dyes that I have had forever, and I need to use them up. Now the thing is, a lot of them are shades of oranges. So we have mahogany, pumpkin, mustard, are all kind of orangey shades. I don't know if you can see all those, but they're all kind of orangey shades. Then I have avocado and pine green. Then I have ripe tomato and cherry, which are pinks. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to do a pink into an orange into a green. Which ones? I don't know. Let's just go with the ones we have the most of. Okay, I have the most of the cherry. Oof. Pumpkin. Tons of pumpkin. And pine green. So, those are going to be our colors. It's going to end up being a little Christmassy, but that's okay. I'm just boiling up some water, and what I'm going to do is, because it's just a small amount of yarn, Once it's soaked, I'll dump this water out. We'll start with hot water, boiling water from my kettle, and then I will probably just pop it on the stove on low just to keep the heat up and allow it to uptake. And we will add our citric acid to the boiling water before we add our fiber and then our dyes. That's our plan. No idea how this is going to turn out. I may completely destroy this fiber by adding these dyes, and I'm willing to take that risk. I need to dye. I need to dye, and it has to be a chaos dye. Okay, I'm good now. It's funny how when you get used to just making whatever colors you want and doing whatever you want, when you have even the littlest structure, such as an advent calendar, it chafes. It chafes, honestly. But it's going to be good. We're going to dye this, and then we'll spin it up. Just waiting for that water to boil. I'm going to get this fiber out of this soak and get the pot empty so we can get the boiling water in it and get dyeing. Back in a minute. Our water is almost boiled. So I'm going to get some citric acid. I'm going to do about a half a cup in here. Yes, that will make it strike fast. No, I'm not worried about it. You know me. I just love the citric acid. All right, our water is boiling. Refill the kettle. Okay. I give our citric acid a moment to dissolve. So we'll just give it a good stir. And we are ready. So, I have the fiber here, and I just coiled it into like a loop, and I've just been very careful to not move it. There we go. Get that spread out. Okay. Now we are ready to add some color. Now I can't decide if I want to do like a circle, circle, circle. If I want to go across, or if I want to do like a peace sign. I don't know what I want to do. I think I'll just do stripes across the pot. So we're going to start with cherry. These are the Country Classics. I think I got these from not the Woolery, Paradise Fibers. Yeah, needs more. I do find that these dyes are not hugely saturated. They're nice colors. They're just not as strong as, say, your jacquard would be. At least that's what I've found on most of the colors. So I will be using quite a bit of dye. And here comes the pumpkin. See? Pumpkin. Just a little bit more right there. Okay, there's our pumpkin. And then our last one is pine green. I'm confident about the pink and the orange. I'm not so confident about the pine green, but I'm going to do it anyways. Because, you know, it's me and I love the chaos. All right, there we go. We got our dyes started. And now, yeah, you guessed it. We're going to poke it. That's my favorite part. Ooh. I might have gone a little overboard on those dyes. Thankfully, I have some dye stoppers nearby, so no worries. Oh, actually, it's looking pretty damn good. Although that green is going to take over everything. Damn it! All right. Because I don't want that green to take over everything, I do have some Rambouillet here. So what I'm going to do is I can already see that the green is really strong. So I'm going to grab some Rambouillet and I'm going to just plop that on top of the green and let it soak up some of that dye. So hopefully it doesn't overrun everything else. And I'm just putting it on the green side so that hopefully it'll just absorb that green more than the other colors and kind of let them stay, because I actually really like it. Oh, I used way too much green. Darn it all. It's all right. It's all right. It'll be fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. So don't ever be afraid to, if you see that it's too dark, like stop the dyeing, the absorption of the dye, and lighten it up by throwing in another fiber before it's actually set. And then you can rescue your blend. Because I really like this pinky orange color we're getting over here too. I do like it with the green, but the green is just way too much. All right. There we go. Let that soak up some of that green. Okay. So I'm going to pop this on the stove and keep it warm for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. But I'm just going to keep it on low so it doesn't boil, hopefully, because that would definitely felt the fibers. Look at this little patch of Rambouillet that's coming up a bit yellow. So let's just transfer some of this green over here. Tuck some more of that down the side. You can see how I wanted it to look right here. I just went too far with that green. Okay, I'm going to put this on the stove and let it heat for a while. Here's the thing. I am so impatient, which is probably why I use so much citric acid, is because I don't have the patience to wait for colors to strike. So my saturation was good on my initial fiber. So I threw some more Rambouillet on top of here to soak up those other colors, those other dyes. And it's so pretty. Look at how pretty that is. And we're down to just a little bit of dye left. So I'm just going to let this cool on the counter. And if there's any dye left, well, that's too bad. It's going down the drain. So I'm going to let that cool and we'll get back to it later. I'm so excited. So here is our, what do we call this? Mises? Cheeses for Mises. So it is BFL, milk fiber, and Airy silk. It's just the littlest bit damp still, but I could not wait any longer. It is dry enough to spin. You ready for this? Look at this. Look at those colors. Like, oh, it's so good. Look it. So good. Oh, it's so good. And we really only have like just a couple little patches that are lighter, but they still have some color. And the shine on this is ridiculous. Like, look at that shine. So I think the only thing I can do with this to do it justice, it's going to be a single chain ply. I have to do it. Like, look at, oh, it is so, so good. Like, I'm almost at a loss for words because it is so gorgeous. Now, I'm going to assume that this little bit here, you can see in that pumpkin, there's some little streaks of white or lighter color at least. I'm going to assume that's the milk fiber not taking up the dye the same way. And I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's just, it gives these gorgeous variations. It's so pretty. Okay, I got to get spinning because this is going to be a single chain plied. That's the only way I can do it. And I'm going to strip the top so that I get smaller runs of color. And I'm going to shut up and spin because oh, I'm in love. I am so in love. Okay, let's get spinning. And done. Here we go. Cheeses for Mises, dyed and spun. It is so pretty. All those bright colors and then the nice sheen. So the milk fiber and the Erie silk give it a little bit of a gloss, and it is so, so pretty. I'm so happy with this one. This just hits all my buttons. Whee! That's going to be such a bright pop of color in the weaving. It's going to be fun. Even though it's one of the simplest spins I've done, I'm letting the colors shine in this one. There's no texture to it. It's just a nice chain plied yarn. So that's it for day 17. You know what that means. Tomorrow will be day 18. We're creeping up on the end of it. All right, I just got to... Day 17 in the bag. Okay, get in the bag. Get in the bag. Okay, now it's in the bag. One more moment for the artwork. So pretty. So, thanks for joining me, guys, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for day 18 of the World of Wool Advent Calendar. Bye!